In 2011, through your generosity and community spirit, the Cox Connects Foundation put more than $700,000 into our communities statewide. As of early September, our Cox Cares Employee Assistance Program has assisted over 53 of your fellow employees in need. We've also helped students across the state with nearly $82,000 in classroom grants. We've funded over 120 agencies with nearly $350,000 worth of community programs.
2011 marks the 6th year anniversary of the Cox Connects Foundation in Oklahoma. Over that period, our foundation has invested more than $3 million back into the Tulsa and Oklahoma City metro areas. That incredible success comes not from one person's individual contribution, but from each one of us giving what we can to make our communities a better place for ourselves and our neighbors, for now and generations to come. By giving to the Cox Connects Foundation, you invest in the future of our communities by providing teachers with the tools and resources they need to implement innovative classroom curriculum. Through the Foundation's Innovation and Education Grant Program, 157 kindergarten through 12th grade classroom teachers have received grants to encourage and promote students' ingenuity and imagination. From art and music to engineering and math, the Cox Connects Foundation is changing the way teachers teach and the way students learn. The Cox Connects Foundation is creating long-lasting change in the lives of Oklahomans by supporting programs that positively impact the communities we serve in the areas of education, technology, health, and the arts. Through the generosity of contributing employees, the Foundation has assisted over 350 different nonprofit agencies across our service area, with a total investment exceeding $1 million. One of those agencies receiving funding in Tulsa is Emergency Infant Services.
Emergency Infant Services provides basic assistance to children 5 and under whose families are experiencing financial crisis. So anything from formula and diapers to cribs and car seats or clothing. We're up to 58, 65. I think our record is 77 families in one day.
Me and my husband, we have been married for 8 years. In January of this year, he went to the hospital with a stomach bug. We thought it was a stomach bug. They found cancer cells in the blood, and then they started, scanning the body and everything else. And they said that there's a cancer mass within his colon area, and it needs to be operated on immediately. During that time, Kenton, which is our 4-year-old, he has congestive heart failure with pulmonary edema, which means there is fluid in the tissues, mainly the lungs. There was a lot of out-of-pocket stuff. And with me only working, there was more out-of-pocket stuff. And so I had to come and ask for their help. They gave supplies enough to last anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. It was formula, diapers, and if I needed clothes for the kids. If I wouldn't have received supplies from them for Kenton and Sarah, they probably would have gone without.
Our average client is a 27-year-old white female with 1.4 children. And I can tell you that my own friends were very surprised at that. I think they thought that it was, mainly 13 and 14-year-olds. Most of our clients are really very responsible people getting by on remarkably small amounts of money. They're not just thinking that other people are going to provide for their children. They're doing everything they can. For every dollar that Cox has given us, we're able to provide an 8-ounce bottle to a hungry baby. We're able to diaper 5 little bottoms. It's a very easily calculable assistance for us. I hate the thought of having to look at a baby and say, we're out today. We don't have any more formula to give. And thanks to the help of Cox, we're just not in a position where we have to turn a baby away. There's a quote that I think is really applicable for what Cox Connect does. It's a Russian proverb, and it says, if every man gives a thread, then his poor brother will have a shirt. And I think that exemplifies what Cox does. Everybody gives what they can, and when you put that together and aggregate as a company, it has just an amazing impact on the communities in which you work and live. And so we're just grateful that everybody, at Cox feels that way and does so much.
Unexpected tragedies and emergency situations are a fact of life. In those times of trouble, the Cox Oklahoma family is there to offer support through the Cox Cares Employee Relief Program. Cox Cares was introduced in 2008 to provide short-term financial assistance to employees experiencing financial difficulties for reasons beyond their control. To date, $200,885 has been granted to 235 Cox employees in times of need.
Well, on May 24th, my home and my family, we were both impacted by the tornado. Our home was destroyed, completely leveled everything. We left with nothing literally but the shirts on our back. The Cox Connects Foundation stepped right in, really took care of us, and just immediately was providing assistance. I mean, couldn't ask to have been treated any better, and this is just really, I just want an opportunity to be able to thank my fellow employees for the contributions and all the help that they were provided through donating with the Cox Connects Foundation.
6 years and $3 million later, the Cox Connects Foundation continues to fulfill its mission of strengthening Cox communities through the support of programs that positively impact Oklahomans.
In 2012, the Cox Connects Foundation will carry on its commitment to improve our communities in Oklahoma through an increased focus on education, larger grants for organizations, and a continued dedication to employees in need. The Cox Connects Foundation will have a sustained positive impact in our communities, thanks to your continued support and dedication.